Yes, it is Friday. The sun is coming up, and we're getting ready for the weekend. So today we're going to talk about self-care strategies. Self-care strategies. Like, listen, you might well know how to self-care yourself. You might know strategies. You might know the things, but are you doing them? It's a different thing. So the reason that I want to bring this up today is really just bring it to the forefront of your mind in terms of giving yourself maybe a little self-care over the weekend and going into next week. So that's why we're going to go through six different strategies that will help you just take care of yourself a little bit better. All right. And like I say, this is not rocket science. This is nothing new out of the handbook. Like it's common sense stuff that I just feel it will be really good to go back over for you guys. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive Show. I'm your host, James Borman, and if you are coming through, then please do hit the love heart button. Please do comment in the comments whether you think you take care of yourself enough. Do you take care of yourself enough? Just a quick notification. Monday there will be no show. Okay, Monday there will be no show. We'll be on as normal Wednesday and Thursday, but there'll be nothing on Monday. Okay. Cool. All right, so let's go through the six. First one, exercise and physical activity. Like I said, this is nothing new. All right. But for me, exercise and physical activity in terms of self-care is a no-brainer. It's number one on the list. Okay, because do you know what it does? It improves your moods. It improves your physical conditioning, your mental conditioning, your emotional conditioning. And not enough lads train to cope with life. They train because, I want a big chest, or I want big arms, the ego comes in, I want abs, yada yada yada. Like, physical activity and exercise is a great stress relief. Okay, it's a great stress relief. Like, when I train to either improve skill or challenge myself, i.e. if it's running or jiu-jitsu. When I go to the gym, I go because obviously I want to build a physique, but both, or anything that I do, is really about improving my mental conditioning, releasing stress, forgetting the world, and just taking care of myself, right? They are key attributes, okay? They are key attributes to me being mentally stronger, emotionally in more control, all right? It's a super simple one. But I think your relationship with exercise and physical activity has to be one of, it doesn't always have to be a chore. It should be something where you go to get away from the world, go somewhere where you can clear your head, somewhere where you can go to release the stress. Makes sense? Do you know what I mean? What I think you should do is, in the comments here, put how many times do you work out a week? How many times do you work out a week? Or you could do it different ways. How many hours do you train a week? Okay, how many hours do you train a week? Oh, I've lost my notes. Okay, number two. Again, this is nothing new, but it's probably not done consistently enough. Mindful meditation. How often do you meditate? Do you meditate once a day? 3 times a week? 5 times a week? How many times do you do it? How when was the last time you meditated? So for me, it's practicing mindfulness. Meditation can help men become more aware of the thoughts and emotions, learn to observe themselves without judgment. This can help reduce stress and promote relaxation. And that's the thing, right? Like with meditation, I often find that it helps me focus. I help that, like with the breathing and the build up in the breathing, it releases a lot of tension in the morning. Kind of puts me in a really good state. And you know what men do? They try meditation. Oh, I've tried it. I've tried it like once or twice, and it just didn't work for me. Like, honestly, get a grip of yourself. Like, you're going to be doing. It took me 12 weeks before I got the hang of meditation. Like, it took me 12 weeks. It's like anything worth doing, you've got to put some time into it, right? You've got to start trying to build it up. So, in the comments, be active. Don't be there in the background just lurking and hiding. Tell me how many days a week you meditate, if any. All right? It's a good realization for you, dude. This is your life, right? Ooh, okay. So what I wrote down here was the third one, self-care routines. But this is a self-care routine, what I'm doing here in the morning, okay? Just getting up, just chilling, watching the sun come up, or in the winter sitting in that shelter right there behind me. So I often think that if we can get into a routine that really benefits us, like walking is a great one. So like men overthink an awful lot, women overthink an awful lot, but what we can do is if we go for a walk, we can really understand ourselves better. We can go out there and we can just think about things that are going on, we can put things into perspective, we can reflect more. You know, another thing is like having a really hot shower. Like, man, that feels so relaxing. Like after a stressful day, I do 2 minutes cold shower, kind of get the cold exposure, and then I get in there and I'm like 5 minutes like red hot, and it's like relaxing, so relaxing. Some people find going to a coffee shop and reading super relaxing, do you know what I mean, in terms of a routine. But stuff that you do for you, and this is where the problem is, right? Men and women don't do enough for themselves. Like, they don't pamper themselves now. Like, go to a spa for the day, man. Go and sit in a jacuzzi. Go and sit in a sauna or a steam room. Go for a swim. Do you know what I mean? Like, you feel like $1 million. You feel refreshed. But do we do it? Do you do it? Or do you convince yourself why you shouldn't do it? Oh, I shouldn't. I'm too busy. I feel guilty. You know. I really should be out. Like, dude, take an hour out to go and sit in a sauna. Like, come on. Do that as well. Cool. All right. So looking for support. I think this is important. Men may benefit from seeking support from friends, family, and other people in a similar situation. Okay. I think self-care, and I think women, this is the same for women as well. I think women are much better at doing this, but talking openly about what's going on, right? So when I listen to the wife talking, and she's around all her friends, man, they talk, right? Men take note. We go out with a bunch of guys. Yeah. How's work? Work's bloody good. Yeah. Work. Training. What you deadlifting? It's none of like, man, I'm like just struggling with the workload. Man, I'm struggling to communicate with my wife. Man, I feel guilty. Like, we don't talk about sensitive things. We don't talk about open stuff because, like, men's masculinity feels fractured should we show any vulnerability. So if you want to self-care is like, tell your missus. How many like men don't tell their partners what they're going through? How many wives out there have no idea that their men are going through some mental turmoil, right? Same with women. I don't want to be seen weak, is what I hear. Hobbies. Like, I think this is a great one, right? What do you do in terms of hobbies and interest? It's a self-care regime, right? It's a strategy. Like, when you can immerse yourself in something, like, man, you can build model trains for all I care. But if it gives you happiness and a purpose, then brilliant. If it can get you just out of the rat race or out of the world for like an hour or two, and it just gives you a little bit of happiness, then go and make your trains, okay? Or go and do jiu-jitsu, or go and collect stamps, whatever. But have a hobby. Like, do something, study something. Give yourself something to do. A lot of guys that I work with actually go and do a university course because actually they're so into a particular subject that they want to learn more about it. I think it's a great way in terms of self-caring, right? And then the last one here is relaxation techniques. Man, this is an important one, okay? This is an important one. Practicing relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, yoga, or progressive muscular relaxation, which is something that, like, I'm looking at the minute. It's like incredible technique. Go and check it out. Can help men and women manage stress, improve their overall well-being. So, like, meditation and yoga and muscle relaxation. Man, those type of techniques, and just, do you know how tense you get when you get stressed? When you get stressed, you don't realise how tense your body is. But not enough guys are doing enough to manage that stress. Like last night, before my masterclass, yesterday was just quite a stressful day. Like, got a big event at the weekend, quite anxious about it, just everything kind of getting on top of us. And I went and sat on the trampoline, took a sofa pillow, sat on the trampoline, just put the blanket over us, put some chilled on music, and I just sat there for 20 minutes and relaxed and just calmed my body. And it felt amazing until all of the girls come out and jumped to me. But for that 20 minutes, I was able just to deep breathe, able just to take 20 minutes out, just to calm the chest, the breathing, the mind, the anxiety, the overthinking. And it makes such a difference to your mood. You're then looking after your body, you're taking care of yourself. Okay? This is what I don't think guys do enough of. You ever see a park bench, you just want to sit on it, you just like, I just want to take 10 minutes here. I just want to take 10 minutes. It's important too, right? It's important. Anyway, look, that's 6 things that I'm sure you might already know, but it's just nice to recap and go back over some of the things you do know but probably are not doing. But take care of yourself, men and women. I know there's some women that watch this. It's important to take care of yourself. If you've only got one of you, what you don't want to do is like dig a 6-foot hole earlier than you really need to, right? Remember, there's no show Monday, so the next show is next Wednesday. Thank you for watching this week, really appreciate it. What I want you to do is put your #1 takeaway in the comments. Take it easy.